I'm Lyndsey Smith with RealAgriculture, and joining me now is Justine Hendricks. She's President and CEO of Farm Credit Canada. Justine, we're at the Future of Food event. You spoke earlier today, a powerful message of that we're up against some pretty serious challenges, but we're up to the task. What was your message today?
So my message was simple, but it wasn't easy. We all know that there's a lot coming at the industry at large, whether it's the U.S. tariffs and other sorts. But the opportunity that we've been talking about, this generational opportunity since last year, is still here. So what I tried to convey to the audience today is we really need to stay focused on that, which means we need to collaborate, we need to break down our silos, double down our investments to increase our productivity and innovate, and not lose sight of that, because that is the main focus for Canada to go and seize that generational opportunity.
So this is certainly in the face of tariffs, in the face of a second Trump administration. There is concern about those dollars, those investment dollars, either being held back or perhaps going elsewhere. How does Canadian agriculture make sure that they attract those dollars?
There's a few ways, Lyndsey. So first, I think Canadian agriculture and food has a lot to be proud of. So one of the messages today was we need to better tell our story. We need to present the value proposition that we have so that others can come to us so we can sell more of our goods and services all over the world. One of the issues I think we need to work on is a little bit about that reliability, right? So that is a question I think that's top of mind. So yes, the tariffs are around us, but when folks from the industry are going around the world and selling Canada, being able to sell it with lots of stability and predictability is a theme that I think is an opportunity for us, which means what do we do here domestically? And there's been lots of talk about it, right? Things and themes that have been around for years. Interprovincial trade, like what are we doing for our trade enabling infrastructure? All those elements, now's the time more than ever. It may be one of the best gifts that we've received to be able to make them happen, because that's what's going to make the difference and keep us focused on the medium to long term.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is, of course, as you mentioned, I mean, this is an annual event. A few years now of making this presentation, of bringing this group together. What for you is some of the most rewarding parts of having this group of people come together?
So so what I love about it is that in one room, we have almost 800 people that represent the entire Canadian agriculture and food industry. But what I also love about it is actually the timing of the year. So, it's still early, it's February, we're all here to gather and actually to pause for a moment and celebrate what we do each and every day. And that I find creates a really interesting environment that sparks interest, new conversations, follow up. And then it kind of gives you that boost to hopefully deliver on it for the remainder of the year. So it's not just about getting those folks around the table. I think we've over the years been good at having some candid conversations. We're not shy or afraid to talk about what really is the issue. And when you get everybody together, then it just kind of creates that environment for us to do something about it.
Now, FCC also has made moves into the venture cap space. How has that gone?
So it's gone pretty well. So I did share my comments this morning, right, that since April of last year, we've underwritten about 50 transactions. That doesn't mean that they're all yeses, but we've actually put in to the market about 148 million. But our target, which is the one we're really excited about, is we want to be able to put of direct equity investment about 1 billion by 2030. That, my dear Lyndsey, is huge. Mm-hmm. But the team sees the opportunity. We commented that back in 21, I think there was 270 million of investment into ag tech in Canada, and it should be minimum 3 times of that. So FCC, we want to play our part.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. All right. And as you said, it's the pause, it's the come together, and then off we go for this season of work. What will be on your docket in the coming weeks?
So there's a couple of things for FCC. So as I said to the audience this morning, we're going to deal with the tariffs, that I'm sure of, and FCC is going to be ready for it. But 3 areas where we're really focusing on this year. One is around data. So the audiences have heard me talk about telling the story. We need to capture that data to better tell the story. The other one, that message that I shared, was around partnership. And I always go back to the fact, like, there is a huge opportunity, but doing it on your own is not the solution. So we are eagerly looking for new partnerships, whether it's to partner around a new technology or how we do financing and things like that. And the last one, which I think is essential because it ties into the productivity gap that JP Gervais, our chief economist, talks about, is the reduction of adoption of new technology. So we need to do a way better job of getting new technologies to market, and we need to de-risk that for the farmers and the producers. So those, I'd say, are the three big things that we're really going to focus on this year.
That's an exciting year.
It is indeed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.